What up, gang? It's your boy John Battlefield, aka Djibouti, back on the mic. This is a continuation of my last Battlefield video that I made. You know what I'm saying? Where I talked about the beta. And you know what I'm saying? I tried giving EAs in the game some advice on how to make their game better and shit. Which after playing the full game, I could tell they didn't take none of my advice. They kind of left me on scene. As you know, as the youngins say. I say that as I'm 23 years old. But hey, listen, I'm a guy that I didn't even hate 2042 that much. I'm a pretty consistent Battlefield fan. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never really switched up on it too much. You know what I'm saying? Like Battlefield 2042, even though it was buns, even though it was cheeks, I try to stay loyal. I try to stay by his side. You feel me? But you know, we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about Battlefield 6. And you know, if I like Battlefield 2042, y'all probably already have an idea on what I'm about to say about Battlefield 6. For the most part, I love that game. They're my favorite game. It's gonna be game of the year. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. This game is golden. It's peak. But at the same time, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really here to glaze. You know what I'm saying? EA is in the game. They're not gonna get better at making games if I just make videos of, you know what I'm saying, glazing the shit out of them. So you know what I'm saying, we're about to go over some of the things I don't like. First thing I want us to start off with is the weapon balancing, which is not bad. It's pretty good. Each gun feels like, you know, it's a different gun. They all got their own like characteristics and shit. I really noticed it when I switched from an SMG to assault rifle. Like I was using the MPX a lot first because it was the first SMG, and like holy shit, like the MPX is a fucking paintball gun. It was so much better in the beta, but now it's a paintball gun to say the least. And I really noticed that when I went from the MPX to the Kilo, yeah. And then the M14, like at first I hated the M14, but the more that I used it, the more I started loving it. You know what I'm saying? It grew on me and shit. All the shotguns are not that broken anymore. I could tell because like I'm not good with the shotguns anymore. So, you know, at least they listen on that front. The M4 visual recoil is still fucking insane, but that's whatever. And then like the LMGs. They're pretty good. But I don't know why the M416 is a LMG. I mean, I know that the Army classifies it as a LMG, but like whatever. And I guess the last thing I can say about the weapons is that there's two guns in the game. There's a DMR and an SMG, and also they've added battle pickups that look like Halo guns and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? They look like futuristic guns and like. Okay, the battle pickups I don't mind. That's whatever. And then the SMG and the DMR, like they don't look too goofy. I'm pretty sure the DMR is like it's taking inspiration from some Russian prototype weapon. I'm not gonna get into the whole real life lore about that, but I wish they would have just been DLC guns. To be honest with you, it kind of sucks that they were in the game off rip. Kind of makes you think if EA is in the game was trying to make a fucking Battlefield 2042 Part 2, but you never know. One of my major complaints that I think I'm going to have to bring up right now is the smoke effects, okay? The smoke effects are absolutely fucking ridiculous. Like, a good percentage of my time playing this game has been spent fucking having staring competitions with clouds of smoke. Okay, and I can't even tell if the smoke effects are from like the rubble and the debris, like, you know what I'm saying, like environmental smoke effects, or if it's just from the smoke grenades. I don't know which one is which, but they have to shorten the time on one of those, okay? Because it should be the environmental smoke. That should be the one that should not be affecting your vision for too long. Okay, so speaking about like vision, visibility, and just seeing things in general, enemy visibility and just visibility in general, yeah, it's kind of cooked, it's kind of fried. I mean, I don't know if it's because I'm getting old or some shit, but like for the first time in my life, like I am not like able to see like enemy players, which is, I mean, I guess yeah, I guess it could just be added up to, you could just add it up to it being the camo, like, you know what I'm saying, they're actually like camouflaged in the game, but I don't know, the sniper recon ghillie suits, they should be the most concealed, I guess, the hardest of it to see, but yeah, it's not even just the camoed up like skins and whatnot. Because at the same time, the spotting in this game is also pretty cooked. I wish it was like Battlefield 4 spotting where you press a button, and then maybe for like the recon class, it does the auto spotting that it does right now. But yeah, I'm saying right now it's like if you look at an enemy, it'll have like a diamond that's you can see through it, and once two or more players see the enemy, it'll be the solid Dorito diamond thingy. I feel like that should just be for the recon class, and any other class has to like actually spot the player by pressing a button, like Battlefield 4 and shit. Because it's like right now it's a pretty bad balance of either you're invisible or everyone and their mama can see you. And like I don't know. I don't want no goofy bright skins though. All right, I am not saying that if I can't see someone because they're camoed up and they got good positioning, so fucking be it. So fucking be it. But you know what I'm saying. At the same time, I don't want to get spotted by the whole fucking match just because, you know what I'm saying, two or more people saw me and then everyone just knows what I'm at automatically. The destruction, I love the destruction. I'm not gonna lie, the destruction makes the game very fun, but I do feel it's a little bit too sensitive, and like everything has like the same amount of durability. Like like a plank of wood has the same amount of durability as like a building, pretty much. I could be tripping. I feel like they should tone it down a little bit and make it more controllable. Because, like, from the way that I saw in the trailers, they were kind of trying to go for, like, a Rainbow Six Siege style destruction. I mean, like, we literally saw in one part of the trailer, like, someone with a sledgehammer breaking the top part of a house to see inside of the first floor, like, the ground floor. That's kind of like, you know, when you break a hatch in Siege. But yeah, I mean, they don't have to tone down the destruction. It can still say the same, and you know the game will still be fun. But if they did, it'd be nice. You know what I'm saying, just so that we could have some more cover and some more. I maybe not even tone it down. Just like I said, just make it like more controllable. You know what I'm saying, so you can be more tactical with it, and it's not just, you know, destroy nothing or destroy everything. The gadget placements. I don't really have much to say about the gadgets themselves. They're all pretty useful and I like them, but it's just placing them that's a pain in the ass. Like for the anti-tank mines, for whatever reason, like you need them to be like 20, 30, fucking like damn near a mile apart. You need them to be like fucking 50 miles apart so you can have one or more than one on the field. And then the fact that there's a fucking technique so you can have two of them close to each other. There shouldn't be a fucking technique for that shit. And then the fucking ladder. The ladder's a pain in the ass sometimes. Not most of the times it's chilling. It's very, very easy, not difficult to fucking work with. But then sometimes it's a pain in the ass and it doesn't work the way that you want it to work. It only works the way that the game wants it to work, I guess. And then right now, I think the only fucking gadget that has like the least difficult placement is the goddamn deployable shield, which is the only gadget that I don't like and the only gadget that I don't use. I would much rather the ladder and the fucking anti-tank mines to be easier to work with and more meta, and not the deployable shield. Fucking, I don't know what it is with video games, but ever since like Rainbow Six Siege came out, every fucking video game needs to have a deployable shield. I would much rather have a riot shield in the game over a deployable shield. I would much rather have it that EA takes out the fucking deployable shield from the support class and gives them a riot shield. Because it's just kind of dumb. I've never heard of a deployable shield, but I've heard of riot shields before, but it's whatever. So the TTK to TTD ratio, basically time to kill to time to die ratio in the game. I heard a lot about this when the beta was going on. A lot of like YouTubers that I was watching were talking about this, and at the time I was like, man, I don't know what the fuck they talking about. But now that the full game is out, I know exactly what they're talking about. And basically, TTK to TTD ratio is just a fucking very complicated way of saying that there's a fucking hit registration and netcode issue going on. And you know what? I used to play Rainbow Six Siege, okay? I know what bad TTK to TTD ratio is, and it's not on that level, okay? So I'm willing to put up with it, all right? You know what I'm saying? My patience with this shit is very, very strong. But it needs to be fixed though, regardless. And also, it's the fact that like I think most of the guns in the game, like I'm pretty sure they're all projectile based. Like none of the guns in the game are hit scan. So you add that in with the fucking, with the TTK to TTD ratio, and then the fucking bloom and all that, and then it could lead to a very inconsistent experience sometimes. So the most they could do is fucking fix this netcode hit reg issue and whatnot. The bloom, I'm pretty sure they've already fixed it at the time of this recording. Yeah, they've already like addressed it and fixed it. Pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure. I'm like 80-70% sure. But yeah, I've also heard that fucking people on the East Coast be getting put on West Coast servers, and I'm on the East Coast. Okay, do not put me on no West Coast servers, Dice, please. I don't want to play with no West Coast people. No fucking offense to y'all, but you know what I'm saying. I want to play with good fucking connection, and you know what I'm saying. When I play with y'all West Coast motherfuckers, y'all got that fucking McDonald's fucking Wi-Fi. Moving on to the weapon customization. Now look, I'm not gonna lie. This is the best weapon customization in Battlefield fucking history. Okay, I think that's gonna be my least hottest take, because I think that's the take that everyone could agree with, right? Like this is the best weapon customization in Battlefield's history, right? Like I'm pretty sure this is the only Battlefield that has a gunsmith style weapon customization. So no one fucking better get mad at me after I say that. What I will say though is that it could be better, because we've seen better. Okay, I know that right now it's like really taboo to give Call of Duty credit, but I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. And Modern Warfare 2019, y'all. Modern Warfare 2019 probably has one of the best weapon customization in like mainstream gaming history, at least. It's almost there on Battlefield. It's almost there, but not really. Like, you can't, like, on Modern Warfare 2019, you could literally change a gun into another gun, basically. Like, you could get the M4 platform, and you could change it into like a 20-inch M4 shooting like 458 SOCOM, or you could get a fucking shorter platform M4, like a fucking 8-inch barrel or some shit, and like take off the stock, shit like that. And then you could do that shit with like almost every gun in the game. Like you could take the AK and turn it into the fucking RPD and shit like that. Like, and you can't really do that in this game. But at the same time, you are not limited at all. You could basically turn your gun into like whatever gun you want, basically. Not in terms of look, but in terms of like play style. Like you're definitely every play style is accepted in Battlefield 6 for the most part. It's just that I wish that you could like it had the same type of like Modern Warfare 2019 inspired weapon customization. Or like I wish I could turn the SCAR in the game, like the SCAR in Battlefield 6, I wish I could turn that shit into 7.62 score. You know what I'm saying? Right now I'm shooting like 5.56. But I wish I could turn that into 7.62, but you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's shit like that is what I wish was in Battlefield 6. But I'm not playing too much. This is this is the best weapon customization in any Battlefield. Now, when it comes to the maps, I like the maps for the most part, but there's definitely like a brightness issue going on. 100% there's a brightness issue going on. It's either you can't see shit or you see too much. Like I don't like, you know, like the brightness is crazy in this game. Like the sun in this world is like on the brink of exploding. I think it has to be that's like headcanon lore that the sun is on the brink of exploding in the Battlefield 6 universe, and that's why everything's so goddamn bright. Like it is literally a fucking constant flashbang going on. The dark areas that could just be fixed with the flashlight. I do wish that the flashlight only worked when you were like aiming or some shit, or like it turned off while you were aiming. Because like I don't like that it's always on or always off. I feel like sometimes I've been getting like spotted because I have the flashlight on. So I wish they had like the tack light from like Battlefield 3 or 4. I don't know. I think it was in both games, but one of those games had a flashlight where like when you aimed, the flashlight would turn on. I wish that was in the game, but it's not. But whatever. The vehicle infantry gameplay is decent. I like it, but I'm only saying that it's decent really because they didn't listen to me in my last video. They left me on scene again in another aspect of my last video because I talked a lot about the Jeeps and how I wanted it to be more combat effective, and the Jeeps are still pretty dog shit at combat. They're basically just another version of the ATV, except that instead of just 2 people, you could fit like 5. And you know, it just comes with a fucking 50 cal machine gun on top. I wish the Jeeps were more combat effective in this game because, like I said in the last video, these are the most badass looking Battlefield Jeeps ever. They're called, I think in real life they're called side by sides, but like, you know, for the sake of simplicity, I'm gonna just call them Jeeps. And you know, they're just kind of. I wish they would take more than like at least 2 shots from like launchers and shit, just so that they're a little bit more combat effective. And also, I wish that they wouldn't get blown up by the anti-tank mines. I mean, I guess it makes sense that they get blown up by the anti-tank mines, but then it's like, bruh, it should, like, the anti-tank mines, they should just be meant to kill tanks. They're not horrible. I mean, the Jeeps are good in the Battle Royale. In the Battle Royale, the 50 cal gun like shreds through people, but you know, this is mainly talking about the multiplayer. I'm not really gonna get too much into the Battle Royale or campaign. This is just the multiplayer. And moving on to the movements section, I think I literally said the same joke in my last video. The movement's not bad at all. I just don't like the whole pull out my knife to move faster, run faster type thing. But, you know, I guess, you know, at the end of the day, we're playing a video game, so video game logic is gonna video game logic. And then, I don't really got much else to say except sometimes the grass be getting in the way when I prone. When I try to take prone shots with my DMR, the grass be getting in the way. For the sake of simplicity and it being a video game, let's video game logic the fucking grass and not have it get in the way when I prone. Please, Battlefield. And then progression is too slow. That's my last little nitpick. I mean, it's whatever. It's not the craziest nitpick. I guess it's just a good excuse to keep playing the game. And yeah, like I said, I love this game. I'm giving this game literally damn near fucking 10 out of 10. Nah, no bullshit. I love the game. But the game ain't gonna get better by me glazing it, so I made this video. Alright, and I hope fucking EA is in the game doesn't leave me on fucking scene like they did last time, okay? I've been playing this game for years. Okay, I could probably make a better fucking battlefield.
High rises, not tragedies. I don't think she's ever been this mad at me. Try to face these things with sense of poison rationality. Now I'm trapped between the man I was and who I have to be.